Ben Danford, who I saw at a golf tournament last Wednesday, signs his ELC with the Toronto Maple Leafs, 31st overall this past June. Plays for Oshawa, 6'2" defenseman, physical, shot blocker, loves to muck it up. Exactly what this team has needed for years, Rosie.
Yeah, I know. I think they're drafting with the trend of big, strong D-men being valuable. That's a thing again, as it should be. I think you look at the winners and the guys that go deep, they always have a strong decor like that. So I like that the Leafs are going deep with that and drafting guys along those lines with a little bit of jam who can make it tough to play against. So obviously, not real crazy talk about him being a Maple Leaf anytime in the real near future, unless disaster strikes. But it's nice they're getting those guys in the pipeline, and it's good to get that good drafting going where you feel confident about what's coming down. You're not panicking, you're not scouring the free agent market. You've got guys coming up who can help as far as a cap world is concerned as well, and get these guys, hopefully developing, hopefully getting better, hopefully learning the pro game, and getting ready to step up into Maple Leafs uniform, because it's always nice when you get the homegrown talent to make it up to the big league for lots of different reasons.
That's exactly it. And I mean, you look at the track record of the drafting the last decade, we'll say, Rosie, it's been harder to find defensemen, upper echelon defensemen. Not to suggest that Danford's going to be that guy. You look at guys like Rasmus Sandin and Timothy Liljegren. But I think, to your point, patience has to be the important part of this whole procedure and quest, if you will. I think it takes a while for a defenseman, regardless of who you are. I mean, there's the outliers out there, but I think certainly when you look at Danford, just let him progress, let him mature, let him have some big key moments in junior hockey. Maybe he makes a Team Canada here at some point. But I want to see patience. Like, I don't want to see this kid rushed. I'm not saying it's happened before, but that's the one big difference I want to see now, I guess, under this, brain trust, is progressing some defensemen to play on this blue line long-term for this organization.
Yeah, and if people don't think it matters, who's coaching the Marlies, for example, in this organization, you're wrong. You get those guys coming up, whether they're first rounders or sixth rounders or whatever it is. It matters what they're doing, and it matters how they're entering the professional game. Mentally, it's difficult for a kid to leave wherever he's been going, go play the pro game. It's a business now. You're playing with men. It can be difficult, and to have the right guidance as far as coaching staff, taking these guys, getting them better, helping mold their minds more than anything, because I feel like all these kids can get the skills, they can do the drills, they're capable physically, and they take care of their bodies more than ever. That's all fine and dandy, but upstairs between the ears is where I think that these guys can really hit their stride or miss the mark as far as development is concerned. And you want to have a guy on the Marlies that's taking these guys under their wing, making them better, holding them accountable, making them understand what's necessary at the pro level. And I think that's pretty big for development. So, I know we don't talk a lot about the Marlies and the American League and stuff, but if you're talking about developing talent and getting draft picks NHL ready, that's the stepping stone that I think is the most important.
Certainly, and I think the big thing too, and we mentioned it in the interview last week or a couple of weeks back with Danford, go check that out, was just some of the guys he's been working with. Jake Muzzin, Chris Tanev is a guy he really models his game after, and the fact that Tanev is going to be here for the next couple of years, maybe the next 6 years, looking at the 6-year, $27 million contract, that can't hurt, especially when you see guys who you want to craft your game after. To learn from them, like Ray On, is going to be great for the kid too.
Yeah, and it's huge getting him into, all the experiences early, even before he's NHL ready. You get him to the rookie camps and the prospect camps, then you get him to training camp and getting him in exhibition games and get him, give him a taste of what that's like. And that's just huge for the development. I remember going to camps in Traverse City, and I remember the first time I walked in the Lightning dressing room, and Brad Richards opened the door, and Marty St. Louis and Vinny LeCavalier and Dave Anderchuk standing there. I'm like, holy shit. So it just gives you this, a little taste of what it's like, and it gives you those little nerves, and just a little bit of experience goes a long way. So it's good for these guys to get into the camps and get into the exhibition games and get that taste. And then after that, get that hunger and realize what they need to work on to get to that full time. So it's all around good stuff.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.